Hello, work life warriors. I hope you're doing well. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about an idea that's just been circulating in my life recently, which is the difference between solution and agreement. I think that some people may think that they are interchangeable. And so I started thinking, how many people in their life think that they have produced a solution for a problem, but whoever, if the solution involves other people, they did not agree to the solution. So think about your household. You may make make a solution with your children and say, the solution to me stepping on, I don't know, jacks every single day, or Legos every single day and hurting my feet, or, hurting my knees because I kneel down on one. The solution to that is we're not going to have them in the house, right? And you tell your children, we're no longer having them in the house because the solution to the problem of me stepping on the Legos or the jacks is we're not going to have them because you're not responsible. I've talked to you many times about putting your toys away. You did not listen. So the solution to this is no more in the house. Now, that's the solution that you agreed to because you proposed the solution. So you created a solution to the problem, but it doesn't mean all parties involved agree to it. For instance, your children may not agree with your solution, and to them they go, okay, we may not have jacks or Legos anymore because mom would not buy them, but I can get them from school and still bring them into the house, right? They did not agree to your solution of no more Legos in the house. So an agreement and solution are two different things. We propose many solutions all the time, but it doesn't mean that people agree. Just think about in many ways. And here's an obvious example. We have a race problem here in America, and we had two different people who proposed two different solutions to the problem, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and to the race problem, but they did not agree on how to solve the problem. So solution and agreement are not the same thing. And you have to think of that in terms of your company. At work, as the boss, as the CEO, as HR, how many times have you created solutions to the problem and the employees do not agree? The customers don't agree. People do not agree, but you have proposed a solution. How many times does that happen? I constantly read articles or hear companies tell me that they have put solutions in place, but they can't make people follow them. So they're spending all of this money on solutions, but again, people are not following them. They're not incorporating them. They're not learning them. And it is because they have not agreed to the solutions that you made. So agreement and solution are very different, and we need to separate them in our mind. When you're creating a solution for any problem, you have to make sure that all parties involved agree, or else you're making a solution and you may run into some challenges later because others did not agree. So it's the best way to make an agreement about a solution is to involve all parties. Make sure that everyone gets to input their feedback, their point of view, their perspective, and include it into the solution. Because once you include what they agree to in the solution, then you no longer have the problem of or run the risk later on that they do the opposite of what the solution was. If they agree on it and input value into the solution, then they will follow through. But most of the time, people make solutions for us and we don't necessarily agree with it. And we don't realize that we don't even agree to the situation until we're not using it. And so we have to be very conscious in our lives about what solutions we have created, because we do that in our everyday life. We create solutions like, I can't fit into my clothes. The solution is I need to lose weight. But we have not made an agreement, which is every single day I'm going to get up, work out 5 days a week for 1 hour, and I'm going to change my diet so that I can lose this weight. Those are two different things. And many times in life, we live kind of like double consciousness, where we kind of have these one set of ideals that we don't really live by. And so it is in our best interest to figure out, okay, what solutions have I created for the problems in my life, and what agreements have I made to support the solutions? And does everyone involved, all parties involved, do they feel in agreement with the solution? Are they a part of pursuing this solution? Because if not, then they will be a problem. They'll be a hindrance. And in everyday life, we tend to hinder ourselves in that way, and we tend to hinder the connections that we seek, or the end result that we want, because we are unclear about what is a solution and what is an agreement. And so it can help, business, personal life, every aspect of life, if you can understand what agreements are you in. Are you in bad agreements like, oh, I say I want a better relationship, but I'm agreeing to one that's not so good by staying in the one that I'm in? Or I'm agreeing to eating healthy, or I'm agreeing to stay unhealthy because I'm eating the things that I know that will produce, unhealthy weight, the soreness of having extra weight, the low self-esteem that comes with it. Am I agreeing to these things that I dislike about myself? Am I in agreement with them? Although I have a solution, which is not to do these things, do I agree with the solution? Because they have to meet. Those two have to meet, and they both have to be in play in order for anything to change. And especially in business, you have a lot of, top level executives making decisions for the people who work on the front line. And those decisions or those solutions don't really solve the problem of the frontline warriors, or may not even solve the problem of the company. And so the employees or the customers may not be in agreement with the solutions that were provided from the top down. And so we must go out our way, be more consistent in what our solutions and our agreements are, what we agree to, what solutions we have to problems, and are we practicing them? Are we basically walking our talk? Are we practicing what we preach? Do we have the integrity to uphold the solutions to our problems? Right? That's what the agreement is, which is the integrity to do what you say you're going to do, to actually follow through with the solution you produce. So do you agree that there is a difference between solution and agreement? Do you disagree? How do you see both of them working together? How do you see them not working together? Please share your comments. Tell me your point of view. Tell me how this has happened to you in your life. If you have any examples. I've shared many, but I think that we all can be a little bit more intentional about closing the gap between our solutions to our problems and the agreements that we make in everyday life. I hope this helps, Work Life Warriors. Enjoy your day.